Welcome back to the Todd and Oz Show. You can join us at 512-836-0590. Court filings show Elon Musk moving his headquarters for the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, from San Francisco to Bastrop, Texas. Now, John Boyd is the principal of the Boyd Company. It's a corporate site selection consulting firm. He says there's a reason that Musk keeps choosing this area for his businesses. John Boyd spoke with KXAN News.
Texas this year is the number one choice for C-level executives in California looking for a move out, pro-business climate at the state level, but also an inventory of available and shovel-ready real estate. Texas has proven itself to want to work with Elon Musk to be a partner in building a viable and sustainable economy. Elon Musk is all about creating efficiencies for his businesses. And one way to achieve that is to bring his businesses into one geographic area. Goodwill is a very important thing in the corporate site selection business. And Elon is someone that's taken that seriously.
Yeah, he says Musk is choosing to relocate X's headquarters to Bastrop, and it shines a bright light on, major business in the area. He also says there's a strategic advantage. Yeah, those other businesses include Tesla, Austin, and then Elon Musk is his construction company, the Boring Company, got SpaceX in Deep South Texas. Bastrop City Manager Sylvia Corrello Trevino says Musk could be moving more businesses to the area due to the quality of life in Bastrop.
We're hoping that those are also pipelines for the school and that our local residents can, attain jobs in those areas.
Yeah,
too.
the biggest impact Musk is bringing the corporation like X to an area like Bastrop. It's kind of a big economic boost for them. Musk permanently closed his X headquarters in San Francisco back on September the 13th. So welcome to Bastrop, Texas, X employees.
So as the Bastrop city manager there, kind of mentioned, she's hoping that the influx of these Elon Musk companies will create avenues for students in the schools nearby, people who live in the community to work. And I fully expect he's going to do stuff like that. And we're seeing that up there in Taylor, right, with Samsung and the big pipelines they've got. I think Taylor High School. Mm-hmm. And it's always good when I know there's some people they're a little miffed at Musk. They're environmentalists that claim that he's poisoning the groundwater and all that stuff.
Why is everybody upset with Musk? I don't get that, especially young techies. I don't understand that. Why are the progressives so hell-bent against this guy that has kept his promises? I mean, seriously, think about this. There was a time, and Elon Musk got a lot of his seed money to begin these companies from the government cash infusions. Yeah. But so did Solyndra. That failed. So did Fisker, the EV car maker, and failed. Elon Musk is the only one that actually built the companies that our government invested in and paid the money back.
Yeah.
Not only did he pay it back, he accomplished what he set out to do, building these companies.
He's really accomplished what no other company or you say left-leaning organization so focused on the environment has been able to. He created pretty much it's still building, but this infrastructure of EV charging stations, this EV charging network, and that's a big deal. I think the big reason they don't like him, because he's done so much that typically
they don't like his politics.
That he would come out and be so horrible as to support Donald Trump,
or just be free thinking and support free speech, right?
And it's interesting too because you see there are entire countries, governments that are considering banning X in their nations now because they don't like the free speech that Elon Musk brings, but. I think that's the main reason. He speaks his mind. He's a Trump supporter. But I think in a lot of other ways, he's still kind of a Democrat, maybe an old school Democrat.
Moderate at the very least, right?
I think had he not come out with any support for Donald Trump, I think you'd still find a lot of people on the left still liking Elon Musk. He's given them more of what they want and demand than anybody else out there.
And here's the other thing. We had a story just a couple of weeks ago. It was part of the billions as part of the infrastructure bill. $42 billion was supposed to go towards hooking up rural America to the internet.
Right.
Think about that. That is the government competing against itself because the government gave Elon Musk money to create Starlink, and Starlink is the answer to connecting rural America.
Starlink works most of the time.
Why invest the $42 billion when you already got Starlink that's up and running? He created the answer to connecting rural America to the internet, and they tried to spend $42 billion to connect rural America to the internet, and they haven't been able to connect anybody.
Not a single one.
But he is holding the solution in his very hand with the Starlink.
Yeah.
It's amazing how I don't know. It's just, and I think you're right. It's because he's a free thinker. I don't know if he fully supports Trump or not, but he does embrace the First Amendment.
He does indeed.
He does understand, nefarious governments, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting, too, to see how I mean, there have been a couple of cases. There's some cases you see once in a while on X, and it's like, it looks like Elon Musk may have some censorship, efforts in place. At least some people accuse him of that. But for the most part, people are allowed to say what they want.
That's why they hate him. That's why they hate him, because he believes in free speech, and they would say he promotes misinformation and disinformation on X. That's what the left would say. That's why the left and any young person out there that speaks out against Elon Musk, it's because they've been told to. They've been told to.
Of course.
By some talking head, some mainstream media.
And there are a lot of people nowadays that have called for Elon Musk or for the government to step in and censor because Musk is allowing, hate speech and the rise of anti-Semitism or whatever the case on X. Fact of the matter is, people have the right under the First Amendment to say almost anything they want. That doesn't mean that there won't be consequences. Somebody might walk up and pop you in the mouth for it, but you still have the First Amendment right to say it. And I think this has exposed how many people in younger generations especially don't have an understanding of the First Amendment or a respect for it, for that matter.
Sure.
In fact, they could get rid of number 1 and 2, and I think they'd be fine with it.
And if and including Elon Musk, however, he has a solid grasp of the First Amendment and constitutional rights. But if you think about all of these other social media companies, except for Facebook, well, Facebook at the very top too, not at the very top, but near the top. The people that are running these platforms, they're not from here.
No, they're not.
And there's nothing wrong with not being from here and being successful here. That's the only country where you could do that. But what the point is, they may not fully embrace the constitutional rights that you and I were raised on, the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, constitutional rights that we all cherish, because it's never been part of their DNA.
Sure.
Where they're from.
Sure. I mean, things that are uniquely American, that people just may not fully, like you say, fully grasp or firmly understand just how important those foundations are to this nation.
It is 7:23. You could jump in at 512-836-0590. We do have a full report of that story of X moving to Bastrop on our website at newsradioklbj.com.